getting this game over with.
It's a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
We should get
Kenny Nwagu now out of his end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Escapes the defender. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
You're going to have a heyday, sir.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off play action. Carroll. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with.
I don't think
they'd have to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
Oh, Dalvin Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because
let's see if we can get our
my
QB
admiration
in here.
is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change?
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
I pressed that twice. Oh, it didn't matter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Oh, he's going to return it.
Taking it about the 1. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
There you go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards.
Okay, when
so
I
make it 2nd and 5.
Our game plan,
it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Sheldon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
He's shouting.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time.
Well, I got bumped by him. That should have been
try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A first down carry for Henry.
Oh, man, I'm getting.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he
knew that play. We knew what he was doing.
Yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Out of the pocket
and we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Pick.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over
came back
at the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. They don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise,
this could be a big play.
The end result can be something you don't like.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Oh, we're doing so far so good. I can sense it.
They run again on first down. Cook powering his way forward.
Oh my God!
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The Chiefs are 0-3. What? George Pickens.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. But it's caught on the right side of Smith.
I had to swear, but I mean, the guy followed.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 2nd down. It's cool.
Oh, I thought I had it.
Stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Carroll. Eluding the pressure right.
Touchdown. Let's go.
That's caught. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Okay, why isn't it calibrating? I'm pressing X. It's not wanting to press X.
14-0.
Again, I pressed X. I had to press X twice there.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Let's see what we can do second drive here.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
There you go. Get outside
quick. They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Off the play fake. Sheldon steps away.
Pick. Oh, my gosh. I thought he had it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I know what he's doing.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense.
The purple zones in this game need
crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Sheldon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off.
This is definitely a running
so they
situation.
Gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. And it's out.
Oh, he fumbled.
On the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's
we
a big
know he's
fumble.
got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
We can do levels.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Okay.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Carroll. He's going to get this one down to Cook. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Okay.
To throw on 2nd down. Carroll buying time to his left.
They'll end up getting 5
out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
See what he...
Throwing on 1st down. Carroll. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Picking do that.
On 1st and 10, Carroll. Flush to his right.
Not picked.
And returning right back to Boykin. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Carroll escaping the pressure right. And he takes it inside to 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Carroll. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone.
I wanted to get in the end zone.
It stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
What's the play call here?
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
We're going to go defense short.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Players run fast, slightly faster than normal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Sheldon. Open man right side.
Oh, if I played him better. I thought he wasn't going to go there after.
That's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sheldon. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. And he's taken
I knew
down.
he was going to try to play action. And that's why I pulled my guys down to make it look like
the pressure gets home
bringing
on
the heat.
first down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Sheldon. He's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Dagger play again.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Or I play the linebacker that's on, or the DB that's on him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sheldon. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Titans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I should have played the other
Couple of
linebacker.
first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. Sheldon. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask.
Are you kidding me?
And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Oh, my.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Henry. Runs through the contact. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This is not a good start. Nope, that's not what I want.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That out
Toward the sideline, he will have the
likes that
first
out route
down.
with the
Good
tight end.
catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Oh, what a dot.
In the end zone, touchdown, Tennessee. Jacoby Myers, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Right side just for that.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Makes the score.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing.
That ran it up the middle.
That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Fudge.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
All right, let's see what we can do here on this pass.
36 now, 1st and 10.
A single high safety, Brown, Diami.
Looking to throw, Carroll. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
He is so
quick. We're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run, Cook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25
there. I had maybe the tight end open downfield, but I'm not throwing a pick here.
Be second down.
There's no reason to. Let him get set. There you go.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Shifts by at the 15. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Oh, I lost my X factor.
Revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
What?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Try to run it here.
Cook following the penalty. So he shifts past him. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
They're asking me to go for it, but unfortunately, I'm going to
up a 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems
even
trying
if
to
they're
keep
on
him
their
contained.
field. I just want to
So
put this to a 2-possession game.
Out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gano's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter. And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year.
Oh, that's been a big play.
You don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Big play here, big play.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, good move. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
There you go. This is a big win for us. We needed this. We were playing.
And that'll make this a 3-score
We have a terrible record.
Moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Why they asked me to do prevent?
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Sheldon.
No, they got him.
To go here.
Fumbled again? He didn't actually fumble, though. It's going to get overturned if they choose to.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Flats.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Sheldon. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, okay. I did press triangle, but that's okay.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Smash.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah,
if you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Well done to sniff that out defensively.
Why are they asking me to
diagnose pretty quickly?
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
See what I mean?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout.
I think both the running backs had a pretty big game. Going 4 Titans. There you go. Ah, there you go. Go back to even 2-2. Dalvin Cook. Oh my God, Jonathan Taylor, 638 yards. It's pretty nasty. But that'll do it for this one. First game this week, and we get the